everybody, this is GeGe from GeGe Yoga. I'm back with the first class of 2021. So with that in mind, this class is about new year, new intentions, new energy. So I think it's high time that we get started. So we're going to start today's practice sitting down and cross-legged seated if that's comfortable for you, and sitting nice and tall through the spine. Start to really grow up nice and tall through the spine. Consider that upward line of energy rising up from your sit bones and all the way up to the top of your head, and start to close down the eyes. If this is your first practice of the new year, welcome. If it isn't, maybe you end up practicing this at another time of year, somewhere in the future for me. Well, also welcome, and this renewal of energy can help you at whatever time of year you're at, so you're in the right place. So start to let your breathing become quite conscious here. Breathing in through the nose and breathing gently out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose and gently out through the mouth. Notice where in the body you feel your breath. Is it more in your chest? Is it more in your abdomen, pushing your belly outwards and inwards? Just taking a couple of moments of quiet, maybe your first moments of quiet of the day. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. So as you sit here in your stillness, of course this being the first video of the year, and after following such a tough year, of course we want to make new resolutions, but resolutions set us up to fail. I'd rather think of it as intentions. We intend to do something, and if it doesn't happen, it isn't the end of the world. For that reason, I don't really prescribe to New Year, New Me. I have strong language for it, but it's basically you constantly telling yourself that every year you weren't quite good enough. So you got to start again, and that is never the case. Whether you think you need to lose weight, put on weight, whether you want to tone up or not, you are beautiful as you are in the here and now. And whatever we do onwards from this day, it's just growing and developing you as the person you are now. You have no need to wipe the slate clean. So we're going to set an intention, of course. So it can be big or small, whatever you want it to be. But really visualize it. And try to eradicate any thoughts that say immediately after you've intended something, set your intention, that say, oh no, I can't do that. Simply don't let it in. You can, you might, or you might not, and it's okay. Okay, I think it's time to get moving, don't you? So I'm just going to take out this little pillow. So new year, new energy, clearing out the old energy that doesn't serve us, that maybe isn't helpful to our development going forward. Fly just flew right into my face. Goodness me. Oh, shocking the old energy out of me. So we're going to take lots of twists to flush out the old energy, bring in the new. So here we go, taking a twist, bringing opposite hand to opposite knee, looking over the shoulder, nice and tall through the chest, on the fingertips. Twisting, twisting. Bring your shoulders down. And then from here, start to just gently move your head back and forth. So turning your nose back towards the front and then over your other shoulder. And then taking it back. And again. And back. Beautiful job. And then simply coming back to center and taking it to the other side. So twisting through, tall through the spine, lift the chest as if you're trying to stick your boobies out. And then taking that neck movement, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Brilliant. Come back to center. Let's get onto all fours, tabletop position. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulder points, the knees underneath the hip points, and going in straight away with our cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. And exhale, round everything in, really dome through the upper back. And again, inhale. And exhale. Ah, yes. Really sinking breath with movement here. Inhale, soft through the elbows. And exhale. And then starting to take your circles, whatever feels good for you. Circling over the wrist. You can circle the hips, the chest, the neck. Start to wring everything out as if it was a tea towel full of water. Full of old dirty dishwater. That's not a nice visual. You know what I mean. You can create barrel movements with your chest, bending the elbows generously, and then make sure that if you're going in one direction that you take it in the opposite one afterwards. Feels really, really nice. Okay, from here, bring the big toes to touch, knees as wide as the mat. Sit back to your child's pose for a moment, forehead comes down. A moment of surrender, of understanding that this ground, this mat has your back. And then coming back to your tabletop position. We're going to take some circles with your arms. So take your right arm forward, reaching it forward, and then try and keep the rest of the body relatively still. As you start to circle it all the way back, your gaze can follow. So you're twisting through the upper body. Inhale as it goes up, exhale as it goes back. Waking up that shoulder joint one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Ooh, lots of cracks and creaks there. And let's take it onto the other side. So inhale, reach forward. And exhale, back. And again, inhale, pressing into the tops of the feet. And exhale. More challenging than it looks. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Coming back to your tabletop, start to walk your hands slightly forward, tuck the toes under. Here we go. First downward facing dog of the new year. Maybe. Not for me. Bending one knee and then the other, warming up into it, making sure that you've got a nice broad back here. You're pressing your chest towards your thighs. Squeeze the inner ribs in, so they might want to flare out like so. Just hug them in slightly so it feels like less of a back bend. And then take your left hand to the midline. Your right hand's going to thread underneath. You're either going to reach for your thigh, your shin, or even for your ankle. Start to twist. You can look under your left armpit. So even wringing out in downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And exhale, come back to center. Reset your hands and then bring the right hand to the center. Left hand threads under. Holding where you can. So not grabbing for the ankle if that's outside of your comfort zone right now. Looking under your right armpit. And come back to a normal down dog. Place your hands back to normal and start to walk your way all the way to the top of the mat. Bend the knees generously here, draping over. You can grab opposite elbows, whatever you want to do. Whatever feels good. I like to walk my hands around. And then start to roll yourself all the way up to standing. Ah, yes. Lovely jubbly. Standing up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay, inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step it back to your plank pose. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. Strong core for 2021. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Nice and low for the first one. And exhale, come down. Push back to your downward facing dog. And again, taking those twists. The right hand comes to the midline. The left arm threads underneath. Really press into that right palm. Inhale. And exhale. Replace the hands. Bring the left hand to the midline. Right hand threads underneath. Inhale. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job. You can either walk to the top or try taking a little hop to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. And exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step it back to your plank pose. This time you can take full chaturanga if you wish, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, take it back to your down dog. Again, taking those twists. So left hand to the midline, right hand threads underneath, twisting it out, wringing it out. And taking it back to center. Right hand comes to the midline, left hand threads under. Look under your right armpit. Inhale. And exhale. Back to normal down dog. Either step or hop to the top of the mat into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. And exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Okay, keep the hands at the heart center, but bring the feet flush together, arch to arch, and start to sit the hips back into Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to start to take a twist. So left arm is going to connect with the right thigh. Okay, so twisting, twisting. Press the hands into one another and make sure that one knee isn't going in front of the other here. Look up to the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. From here, keep your hands connected to your thigh, but you're going to start to lift your left foot and reach it back. Now we're going to go for a twisted warrior 3. Just give it a go. If you fall, if you stumble, it's all good. And bring that foot down into a twisted prayer lunge. Again, renewed strength, pressing into the hands, looking up to the ceiling. And then bring the hands down to low runner's lunge. You're going to adjust this back foot so it's on a 90-degree angle facing the long edge of the mat, and we're going to rise up to warrior 2. So opening up, inhale, really bending into this front knee, and then start to take it back into peaceful warrior. Keep it moving, straighten this front leg, turn those toes parallel. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Stand all the way up, roll the shoulders, lift the chest, and start to hinge forward at the hips. Bringing the hands down, dropping the head. Always an option here. You can take tripod headstand if that's in your practice, but if you don't want to, don't. And notice if you're somebody who always wants to take the hardest option. Start to walk the hands back towards the front of the mat, turning your feet with you. Press the left hand into the ground. Reach the right arm all the way up to the sky. Energy through that hand. And exhale, hands come down. Step to your plank pose and take a chaturanga. Inhale, lift. And exhale, take it back to down dog. You guessed it, we're twisting out again. Right hand midline, left hand underneath. Inhale. And exhale, back to center. Swap the hands around. Inhale. And exhale, back to center. Beautiful job. Look to the top of your mat. Try giving it a little hop if you haven't tried yet. What's the worst that could happen? Inhale, flat back, half lift. And exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Bring the feet together, arch to arch, and start to sit the hips all the way back. Again, making sure that you're really sitting back and you can see your toes when you look down. So you don't want your knees to be in front of them. Recipe for injury. And then start to take that twist on the other side. It's hard to speak when you do that. Press the hands together. Looking up towards the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, here we go. Start to lift your right foot and taking it back. Trying out that twisted warrior 3. And when you can't balance anymore, taking it back to your twisted high crescent lunge. Beautiful. Renewed strength. Press into the hands, really twisting through that torso, through the middle of the spine. And then bring the hands down to the ground. Beautiful job. Okay, from here, turning those back toes onto a 90-degree angle. Open up to your warrior 2. Inhale. And then exhale, peaceful. Stretch towards your back leg. And then continue the movement as you straighten the front leg and turn the toes parallel. I'm just going to turn myself so you don't have to watch my bum. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, folding all the way down to your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, beautiful. Walk your hands all the way around to the front of the mat, coming into your twisted lunge. So your right hand comes down, your left hand is reaching all the way up to the sky. And exhale, step it back, and this time straight to downward facing dog. No twist, just catch your breath. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Look between your hands. See if you can give it a little hop through. So just crossing your feet over, hopping onto the edges of your feet as you gently bring yourself down. If that was a no, it's all good. Trying new things. That's one of my goals, one of my intentions. Bring the legs out in front. And then bring the right knee in. So I want you to really flex these left toes. Bring this right knee in nice and high. Reach the right arm up, really, really up. And your right bum cheek is going to naturally lift off the ground a little bit. Don't worry about that. Reaching forward as you're shaking a very small person's hand. And then turn that hand backwards and start to see if you can find a bind. So this is Marichyasana A. See if you can meet right hand to left hand. If it doesn't happen, it's all gravy. You can just reach towards them, or you can hug that knee into your chest like so. Start to lean forward, really lean forward, but not sort of slouching in. You still want to have a nice open chest. One more breath in. And okay. Gently start to unravel. Keep the legs as they are. We're just going to take a twist here. So left hand, left arm wraps around the right knee, and then look over your right shoulder. Again, sitting nice and tall, feeling that twist, enjoying the compression of your belly towards your thigh. And then coming back to center. Again, keeping the legs as they are. You can either flex or point your left toes, but start to lift your left leg towards the sky. I'm going to point here. Grab hold behind the shin, or you can grab the thigh, whatever's closest to you, and start to pull the leg towards you. We're just going to do a little bit of core work here. Like I said, getting nice and strong this year. So I want you to start to try and keep the hands connected to the leg as you start to lower down. So your foot is never going to reach the ground. Okay, so lowering down and then climbing back up. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. Invite the shake. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Pull that leg in one more time and let it go. Beautiful. All of that on the other side. Great job, guys. So, right leg out long, left leg in. Here we go, Marichyasana A. So taking the left arm all the way up, reach, 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 and then leaning forward, turn that palm backwards and see if you can find that bind. Like I said, the left bum cheek is naturally going to come off the ground a bit. This left knee is going to want to fall out, so pull it back in, leaning that chest forwards. One more breath. And start to gently unravel. Hug the left knee with the right arm and then look over your left shoulder. Find that twist, find that compression between the flesh of the belly, that beautiful belly, and the top of your thigh. And coming back to center. Okay, here we go. Pointed or flex, you're reaching this right leg all the way to the sky. You're holding where you can and then pulling that leg towards you. So again, no desperately reaching here. If it's not a thing, it's not a thing. You can just hold here. It's all good. Pulling the leg towards you if you have that in your body, and let's take these crunches. So here you go. Try and keep the hands connected to the leg as you go down. And exhale on the work. Exhale back up. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful job. Let it go. Give yourself a huge cuddle. My goodness, don't we deserve it? We made it. We made it. And let's make our way all the way down to our bellies. You can hug the knees into the chest and give yourself a gentle rock side to side. Just checking I hadn't turned my own mic off. I've done that before. Silly bugger. Okay, and then just keeping hold of your right knee. Hug it in towards the chest. Again, toes can be pointed or flexed, just make sure they're active. And then crossing right knee over towards the left, coming into a supine twist here. Looking over your right hand. It doesn't have to be a big old twist. I just happen to have a bit more space in my body, but if your leg's up here, it's all good. Embrace it. One more breath in. And coming back to center. And let's take that on the other side. Hugging your left knee in. And as you exhale, crossing it over, looking towards your opposite hand, embracing the creaks and the cracks and the pops. And gently bring it back. And we're headed into Shavasana. So make yourself cozy for it. Maybe you have a favorite blanket. I have a new favorite. This is from my darling dad. And it covers me right up to my toes. So I'm really happy. Get yourself all sorted like a little wrap, a burrito. Yes, delightful. Okay. Set yourself up for just a couple of moments of quiet. In this moment, I'd like you to come back to the intention that we set at the start of the practice. How does it feel to you? You can maybe visualize yourself again doing it. But not attaching so much emotion to it that you'll be devastated if it doesn't happen, because life happens, you know? I'm gonna leave you here enjoying your nice end of practice relaxation. And I thank you for your time. So excited to spend this year continuing to develop this lovely community we've got going. Hands together and to your third eye, center of your forehead. Namaste.